as I mentioned before I start expanding my garden, prepping for the fall garden, I wanted to make sure I got what I have already grown be managed, because I feel like it was becoming out of my control. So to me, I felt like before I put any more on my plate, I had to manage what was there already. So to catch up my maintenance regarding the overwhelming feeling that it was becoming out of control, I still have this compost setting up for whenever I do put in more addition to the garden, and that may be for the fall, maybe carrots or potatoes or something that grows for the getting ready for the cold weather. But as far as the maintenance, keep up or managing what I already have, this is what I've done so far. I have cleared out the weeds. I hope it could be seen, but I've cleared out basically the weeds, and all in 3 different sections. I hope you can see what I'm showing. But I can't, I hope you're seeing what I'm showing, but I don't know what's being shown through the camera. But yes, part of me, learning how this system operates, I've got to get a way of maintaining the weed. So I did go ahead and clean out the beds of what I already have planted. And to show you how the beans are climbing all the way up to the trees. Oh my gosh. Now how far does these vines go? I didn't think they would really go that far. But yes, they're growing up the tree. So I cleaned out the weeds out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different beds. And it wasn't that hard to do. The weeds wasn't that deep. But I'm trying to show you what I'm getting ready to do now. Oh my gosh. I want to show you. Where's my hand at? But it wasn't hard at all to pull up the weeds that was already coming up. They were pretty shallow, so it intimidated me for a while, but it was very easy to pull up. Now regarding the garlic bed, I tell you, this is, you're talking about intimidating. The grass and the garlic are so whether I wake up one morning and say, man, I'm gonna clear my garlic bed out, let's hope so, because that's what happened with the weeds on the other beds. But I did divinely wake up and say, I'm clearing out the beds. And now another thing that I did, it's okay, because I see bees are already coming on the watermelon. I took them from around the red tool because they were starting to grow up the red tool. And so I hope I didn't mess anything up, but there are a lot of little watermelons growing. Yes, I hope you can see what I'm showing you. But there are a lot of watermelons down here. And already I've seen which I just did this about 30 minutes ago. Already I see about 2 bees that were flying around. So hopefully, because I never saw any really flying on them. And I don't know what type of vegetable that is on the ground over here. Where did it go? I don't know what this is. Cucumber, I don't know what that is. I know it ain't a cucumber because it might look like those cucumber leaves over there. But yeah, it may look like those cucumber leaves. I thought they were okra, man. But anyway, I took that off of the tool as well, and I laid it along the ground, and I put some mulch down there. I should have used my other camera. But so I hope I didn't ruin anything by taking all of my stuff from growing up the tool, the red tool. So I hope I didn't mess up what was already growing. And the tomato plants, I let me tell you what I was getting ready to do. I told you I was weeding out. I just pulled these out this morning when I was taking all of the watermelons and what I thought was okra off of the red tool from growing up. That I snatched it off. I knew these had a fragrance. But I don't know why I was thinking they were weeds. But when I Google lensed it, took a picture with the Google lens, it gave me about 3-4 different answers. And the 4th answer was tomato. And when I used the app called Picture This, it told me right away that this is the tomato. I knew it looked familiar to the tomato, but I didn't think it was the tomato plant at all. I really didn't. But I knew it was similar to it. So thank God I didn't sling it over here in my other area where I'm storing up compost stuff. Again, I don't know what the camera's showing, but I'm going to put it over here, plant these. It's about 3 or 4 of them. I'm going to plant them in this area right here on the in that section of the garden right here. And now that I know how to groom the tomato plant from having it grow so bushy, now I know how I can prune these so they don't grow so bushy. But anyway, as I said, before I make a move towards the fall garden, and I pray I do get to it, because I heard something from one of the farm stations I was listening to, a lady, she said, like, farming is who we are. The garden is who we are. The garden is like the original foundations of who we are. And that resonated with me. She didn't mention Adam and Eve, but the Christian perspective of it, Adam and Eve was placed in a garden. That was their first home, a garden. And then they were cast out of the garden. So to me, that really hit home. That's what encouraged me. She was like, she was talking about don't give up regarding the fall. Like all of us that's just beginning, we felt overwhelmed or feel overwhelmed. and we want to give up the garden or put it, don't do it, whatever the case may be. And that was kind of my feelings. And she mentioned, don't give up, because the garden is who we are. The origination of us is a garden. And like I say, she didn't mention Adam and Eve, but I knew in my spirit, yes, we were placed in the Garden of Eden. And then when things went left field, they got cast out of the garden. So let that be an encouragement with us. Let us not give up on us growing and learning and getting back to the life of a gardener, because we should originally be growing our own food. I resonate with that so wholeheartedly. That was our home in the garden, to manage the garden and have dominion over the land, air, animals, elements. We are gods. And to manage the garden, that was the first authority or dominion really that we were given. I'm going to go because I feel drops of rain and I don't want to go to rambling to sound confusing or anything like that. But yes, let us hold on to the concept of gardening, because I do believe that originally that is our home. Gardening is in our heart. Have a blessed day.